Hello everyone. Welcome back to another cozy vlog. In today's vlog, we are going to continue making tops for my site and also dipping our toes into more spring and summer tops other than the styles that I have already made, or maybe a few of the same, but a little bit different. I have been using Passionate Kelsey's patterns and I really do love her patterns and tutorials, but in today's video, I really want to focus on using other patterns that I've never used before, maybe tutorials I've never even seen their channel. So I'm going to do some digging, and I actually have already started yesterday doing some digging, and I think I know what my first top is that I'm going to make in today's video. However, yesterday I didn't do any filming, and I did complete the Willow top and the Valerie top that I was mentioning in my last vlog that I wanted to do. So here is that Valerie top. It is single crochet, and it has ribbing down the entire top. This one took some time. I do like this top. I might find another top in a different type of style that might work up a little bit quicker, but I do love the scalloped edging on the bottom, and it came together really nicely. I have it laced up in the back, it's just not tightened. So this one I really enjoyed. I also did the Valerie top, which is this one. I did it in the sea breeze color, like we had talked about, and this one worked up really easy. I love the mesh detail in the middle that kind of opens up, and this one is done in double crochet, so it definitely worked up a lot quicker. I did actually finish this one this morning before hopping on here, and I think this one's really pretty. So the first top I want to make is the Viva Crochet Summer Tank Top by Shyler Crochets, Shyler Crochets here on YouTube. It's a free tutorial. It is a very nice tank top, has some detail, but is also very flowy, and you can customize it by making it however short or long you want. And I thought that would be a great way to start today's vlog. And I did actually pick up this yarn yesterday for this specific purpose. Gosh, I can't speak this morning. This is the Kobu by Lamb brand. Kobu. It is in the colorway beige. It's very soft. It's a weight 3. It has 232 yards. So I'm going to give these a try. I almost got a pink one, and I kind of feel like right now maybe I should have, but beige is a nice spring summer color. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on this top, and I will check back in with you guys later. I also forgot to mention that one of my goals for today is to actually take pictures of the Valerie and the Willow top and get them loaded up on my site. And I am saying that right now so I can hold myself accountable. Whether I hope it's later on today or by the end of this video. So I'm reminding myself not to forget. I have been working on this top. I made lunch, cleaned up a little bit, and I've been sitting down working on this kind of slowly, just getting used to the pattern. The beginning was a little bit slow, making sure I had the right stitches and then getting the correct structure. So you have to make 4 of these panels and then connect them. And I'm a little worried I don't have enough yarn. And then the second thing is I think I messed up on the pattern because you're supposed to skip the first stitch and go into the next one. And I was doing that in the beginning, but I wasn't doing that at the end of each row. I did start to frog it, but I think I need to check the YouTube tutorial to see if I'm even doing it wrong, because I'm telling myself I'm doing it wrong, but maybe I'm not. I think I just need to step away from this. I have to go get some groceries so we have something to make for dinner. I'm gonna set this down for a little bit, go get out of the house. I'm not gonna finish this top today at this rate. Also, this is a weight 3, a light. This is also a weight that I never use in my yarn. And I'm also using a 4mm crochet hook, which is not something I normally use either. I'm going to take a pause, regroup. I will catch back up with you when I figured out what I'm doing. Same day, different shirt. I've had to change my shirt like twice now because I've stained it with food and cooking. I did make a decision. I have decided that I'm going to continue on this journey. Since I have 2 cakes, I left this first one alone that I started frogging. And looking at it, it's pretty, I like it, but my tension is always super tight. I always have tight tension. I try to relax, I can't do it. Maybe it's the way I wrap the yarn around my pinky and then over the top of my index finger. But I actually think I changed from a 4mm to a 5mm. I know that's like a big jump, but I also feel like it drapes better. And as you can see, I've accomplished the same amount in a lot less time. And I am making sure that I am doing the edges correctly on this one. Very tediously, I am paying attention. I do think that it does make a difference. Also, I made a modification to the pattern. Instead of chaining 3 at the beginning of every row, I am doing a stacked single crochet because I think that those ones work out better. I do think I could possibly get away with a 4.5, but honestly, I'm this far into it. This is the decision that I'm making. I'm frogging the 4mm one, and then I'm going to continue with the 5mm hook. It's 7 o'clock right now. We had dinner already. My plan is to just continue this the rest of the night and see how far I can get. I need to continue and watch the patterns more because I think she pretty much tells you you can make it however long you want. I've gotten to the same length as this one, but on my cake, I feel like it's used a lot less than the first one. I am gonna use this other cake. I didn't want to cake it. I just want this done. I'm gonna go ahead and continue on this. I'm not sure how long I want it, and I also am gonna watch the video and see what size she recommends for this. This is also just a jumping off point because I think if I made one of these for myself, I definitely would start with some thicker straps, but I don't know how that would work. Just a thought. Okay, I frogged my 4mm, and I am probably not going to take the pictures of the 2 tops I showed you this morning. I'm going to put that on my list for another day. I'm just going to keep working on this, and let's see how far I can get and if I start the next panel tonight. I hope so. Hi everyone, good morning. I wanted to give an update. Last night I ended up staying up till like 12:30 almost, working on this top after we watched Zootopia, even though I watched the directions. No, actually, I didn't watch the directions at that point. I was still going off of what I thought was right. Actually, I was doing it all wrong. I need to be banned from starting a project until I watch the entire video. I went ahead and I restarted the entire thing with the second skein, which I finished. And then I took the first one that I had wound up and attached it this morning. So I went ahead and restarted it. I did my 4 panels. So in the video, it's a free tutorial here on YouTube. You do it to however much your bust is. If it's 40, you divide that by 4. So you get 4 quarters sections, or 4 panels. And that's how many inches, or like whatever your bust measurement is per panel. I am not making this for myself. I went with what she had, which was 5 double crochets in each peaks and valleys, not counting the center. And I'm not sure what size this comes out to, but I just stuck with that. I'm also using a 5mm crochet hook because my tension's too tight. So this is where I'm at. So I did my 4 sections, and then I continued down the top because now it's being worked in the round. And I think it's coming out really nicely. I really enjoy this. Also, the other thing is you're supposed to turn it back and forth. And I'm gonna be honest, I forgot to do that. I didn't do that. And I don't know if it's gonna hurt me in the end, but I really like seeing all the stitches all the same in the front and not having it be backward. We're going with it. If it works out, I'm just gonna leave it. That is how I'm going to do this pattern from now on. I think I will be making this again for sure. After making 4 panels, have the top down, my peaks and valleys down. It's just that if I do it back and forth or not, and paying attention to what size I want to do. Now that I've started it, I really enjoy this one, and I think it's very pretty, and it's perfect for summer. I did think about frogging it and doing the back and forth. I don't think I want to do that. I am just too eager to start crocheting that I don't want to watch the tutorial. And I don't normally do tutorials. I normally do patterns. So maybe that's my problem. I don't want to watch it when I'm going to watch it for whatever's coming next, but I need to watch the tutorials if I'm getting it from a video. But I think I'm more of a pattern person just because I can glance ahead, look at it, and be like, okay, that's what we're going to be doing. This is where I'm at with this top though. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get cozy in my bed. It's cold in the garage. The weather is not great. It's kind of crap. I think what I'm going to do is just work on this, watch some YouTube, maybe some shows. I did actually finish the Fallout series finally, and I realized that the actress, I don't know her name, and I won't remember it. She is on 2 other shows on Prime. No, they're on Stars, I think. She's in Sweet Bitter, which I've watched before Fallout, and I liked it. I think at the age when I watched it, because I feel like it's older, I liked it at that point. I watched the other one called Sweet Pea, which is interesting. That's what I've been watching, and then I've been starting a new show called The Perfect Couple on Netflix with Dakota Fanning and Nicole Kidman. I'm not sure how I feel about it too much yet. It's definitely interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, but it's definitely interesting, so I'm going to keep watching it. I think that's going to be what I do today. I'm glad I got this top figured out, and I didn't realize the back and forth thing until this morning, so it is what it is. We're going to work with it. I'm also realizing that on these peaks and valleys, when you're working in the round, I don't love the stacked single crochet on because it makes it a little wonky. So I am actually doing the chain 3s now on the body, but I did really like it for the straps and the sides of the panels in the beginning, especially because it gives so much structure to that part of the top, and I feel like that part really needs it. So I'm happy I did do a stacked double crochet in the beginning. It is now many, many hours later. I did actually finish this top. I would like to say that I got it done really quickly, but I didn't. I ended up having to frog a lot of it because I kept trying to do my next round in a spot that was not meant to add another row to. So I frogged it, got it to where it needed to be, which was almost back to the beginning of all 4 panels. And then I added a stitch marker because I was trying to watch TV and mindlessly crochet this, and that was not working out. I do really like it. I think it came out really good. I am very happy with this one. I definitely want to make one in my size and longer, but I think this is super cute. And I don't mind it with a bigger crochet hook because I feel like you can wear a tank top or a tube top underneath and it would look really, really cute. That one is done. I did not use all of the yarn. I still have this much left. I wasn't sure how much I had, so I actually have 59 grams left on this, and this was 100 grams, so I used one and almost a half, but so I'm gonna go get one more, probably make another one or make something else, but I'm only gonna get one skein. My next project. Been trying to rack my brain since I started cooking dinner what I was gonna make, and I know I really want to use this. This is Peaches and Cream Stripey in the colorway Green Stripes. Very fitting. I really love these colors. I think they're really cute, perfect for spring and summer. This is a like thinner cotton yarn, so it's not as thick as a Peaches and Cream. It still says it's a category 4, but I don't feel like it is. So I am actually going to make top down mesh top by ABCO Crochet. I bought her pattern because I wanted the sleeves that go with it. So I'm going to start with one of these, do the top, because what I'm thinking is I can do one of these and then see where it lands me, and then I have 4 total. So I'm thinking of using 1 for each arm and then 2 for the body. Now, whether or not this would get me the arms, I'm not completely sure. It might not. Hopefully, it will give me maybe like a small or a medium. The last time I made these, I made one in a small and one in an extra large, and they came out really nicely. But I also used this yarn, which is the Mainstay 100% cotton. I use this one, and I feel like this one is thicker than this, but it's not as thick as the Lily Sugar and Cream cotton. Either way, that's where I'm at. I am going to make this top. I'm going to get started on it. Got my bag, know what I'm doing, and I will probably not check back in tonight, but I will definitely be back in the morning, maybe with the finished top, maybe not though. And hopefully I don't run out of yarn. Good morning. I did in fact get started on that top, so here it is. This is exactly 2. I had to cut very little off of the end of this, and this was my beginning little tail. Here we are. Obviously, I haven't leaved my ends in, but this is exactly 2. I was making it in a medium. It might fit like a loose medium, I think it's coming out really cute. I love how the colors are changing. And since I did 2 on the body, I still have 2 left for the arms. This is exactly perfect, like the amount of rows I did, where it ends for a medium, where all of it. Like, I was very worried actually that it was not going to work out, but it did. I am going to go ahead and get started on the sleeves. I've never done sleeves before. These are 102 yards. I'm hoping this will be enough because when I did this last night, this got down to like about here-ish, and then I had to tie on the second one. I'm just gonna do a straight sleeve, go all the way down just for fun. I also, used a 6mm, so this is looser than using a 5. And I added one more chain to the armpits because I don't like being suffocated. That's what I did. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. I have about this much left, which is not getting me very far. But this is where we are at right now on this first sleeve. So I don't think it's going to be an all the way long sleeve. And I think I'm okay with that. But I'm going to keep going.
But it still has that really nice texture to it. So it's not super simple, if that makes sense. So that's how they're going to look. I do need to leave them my ends, but am I going to do that right now? Nope, because I'm going to move on to the next project. Moving on to project 3, I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel now.
I definitely love this sleeve. I think it is probably a really good length. Might go down a little bit further. I guess I would prefer this sleeve to be longer than shorter. I did 18 rows on this. I am starting on the second one. I am also thinking about maybe doing some more of these in different sizes, but instead of just doing the cropped top part and having long sleeves, I was thinking about leaving the sleeves where they are and just doing like a t-shirt type top where it's going to be a really good thing for summer. I really want to make some of these and put them over a tank top where I feel like I can breathe when it's really hot, but also have just something to feel a little bit more covered, I guess. I think these are adorable. But I'm going to go ahead and do this next sleeve. All right, I finished both of my sleeves, and the second skein actually had a little more yarn than the first one. I wonder if it was my tension. I'm going to go ahead and tie in all my ends. Just a quick little recap for you, but mostly for me. I did finish this top and weaved in my ends. I actually really love this. I think this is so cute. I love the colors. So we made 4 tops this video. Number 1, number 2. These are not in the video, but I'm still going to count them because they were part of this vlog. There we are. And I did manage to take pictures of them and I will have them loaded on my website in the next hour because that is some admin work that I wanted to do after I was done with this vlog. I'm going to go ahead and edit this video and upload these to my site. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Bye!